I do realize that it's getting on in the evening, and so I will try my best to squeeze all the stuff I want to say to you in a brief moment. But before I begin, would you please close your eyes and take a breath and reconnect. Become centered in the awareness of this moment. Within you, within each of us, is this infinite light and power to awaken to a greater capacity for living, for giving, for becoming. Be open to this light that fills you, that fills this room and fills all existence. You are not feeling the light. You are not seeing the light. You are not separated from the light. You are the light. And so it is. I wanted to begin and say thank you for this tremendous opportunity to share this evening with you. I'm grateful to GRCC and the other awardees, my friends and my family. I thank each one of you, though, because this honor is really due to your endeavors of joy and beauty, your positive energies of compassion and kindness, and your spirit of love, expressing through your thoughts, your speech, and your deeds. And because of your efforts, you open a way and support my life in doing what I do. None of us achieve alone. We cannot become who we are or fulfill our potential singularly. The light we emit is a collective, mutual radiance. Take a look at all the places that you've been, all the experiences you've had, and all the people's faces you have seen. Siblings and parents, politicians and waitresses, an old woman, a young man, a playful child. Remember their eyes, their essence. They help you to know yours. Recently, I've received from many people either bemoaning or praising the fact that I have over 3,000 friends on Facebook. No, some of you. But it's sort of been the way my life has developed. I had a lot of friends in grade school and high school, and for the most part, many of them are still my friends today. And people try all the time to counsel me that you can only have a handful of really true, close friends. But I don't believe the real purpose is whether you have one friend or 1,000 friends, but that you are a friend. The energy generated from that friendship, that involvement, expands and enhances not only your friend's well-being, but yours. Friendship often scares us. We wonder, what could we possibly have that would compel someone to want to be our friend? Or we think we have nothing in common with that person, and so there's no point in building a relationship. This is perhaps one of the largest and saddest fears we as human beings have. We long for each other and yet are afraid to unite, to tear away the pretense we present as ourself and find our true vulnerability. But it is in that truth that we finally discover who we are. You see, the fear isn't connecting with other people. The fear is connecting to ourselves. We are misguidedly taught to hide, to mask, to be ashamed of whom we believe we are. And this prevents us from being our own friend. We are here to be friends, to establish relationships, connect light to light, to grow through the experience of oneness in order to learn more consciously about ourselves. We are here together at this time in history, sharing this tiny planet, not by mistake, but by divine design. I like those lyrics in the song Lessons to be Learned that say, just like the seasons, there are reasons for the path we take. There are no mistakes, just lessons to be learned. But we are scared because we search and await a guru, a master, a teacher, a leader, or some authority figure because that scenario is similar to what we think we need. But there's a new way of life growing right before us, right within us, a beam of light breaking forth the old paradigm, providing each one of us an opportunity to embrace the heroic nature of our own individual journey. To know truly and purely the teacher and guide and spirit that's already alive within us. That becomes evident and nurtured only in our relationships with each other. That journey of light that we take together. In the summer of 1994, I was in Taiwan creating peace art projects and peace concerts in different cities. And we brought together all kinds of artists, Taiwanese sculptors from Boston, a blind pianist, even a magazine publisher, dancers and singers and poets, all focused on using art to promote ideas of peace. We came from different backgrounds, different cultures, even representing 3 different languages, Mandarin, Cantonese, and English. We didn't know one another, but we had faith in what we had not yet seen, what we had not yet created, and in each other. Alone, it seemed an impossible task. But coming together, not only were our lives transformed, but the light we created infused and inspired many people who were in the audience. And the light didn't end there, because years later I received a letter from an audience member who explained that promoting peace had become his passion and mission after being in that audience. A year before, in 1993, I was right here in Rochester creating a peace concert, The Gift of Peace, a celebration of community, sponsored by GRCC. One of the most enduring memories for me of that experience was a 12-year-old boy who was autistic. We had set up dance workshops at Mary Cariola, Al Siegel Center, and some group homes, working with people with a vast variety of developmental disabilities. At one particular site, there was this young boy who would do nothing but stand in the middle of the room and jump up and down every time we came to do a dance rehearsal. So we built the dance around him jumping up and down. His counselors informed me that his autism was acute, and he never spoke. It was also suggested that I not mix the different groups in the concert, but that each group should perform separately due to their differing abilities. But believing strongly in the power of solidarity as I do, it occurred to me that there might be more to gain for all of us by bringing all of the groups together. So I waited until the concert had started. And then I told Alan and Shannon, who were working with me in Peace Art, to bring all the groups to the stage at once and let them dance all together simultaneously. Well, you can imagine the looks I got from all the counselors. But once it started, the spirit that illumined Hochstein's stage was powerful. It lit every face that was there. Some of you here tonight were probably there in the audience and can attest to the inspiration and transcendence that we all felt together. But what probably many of you didn't realize was that during the group dance, the young boy who was jumping up and down in the middle of the stage while everybody else was twirling around him began to speak. Yes, he surprised the counselors and all of us by repeating over and over again with a big grin on his face, "Thank you, thank you." There is a balance and a wholeness to our lives. The I and the we are interlinked. It's not one or the other, but both are necessary. We don't give up our unique diversity within unity, we strengthen it. In the words of Golda Meir, internationalism does not mean the end of individual nations. Orchestras do not mean the end of violins. We are part of, not apart from, a vast, mysterious living system. To recognize our oneness with creation is consciously to participate in its unfoldment every moment of our lives. This concept of oneness applies to many forms of the human condition. Take your hand, for example. No, I mean literally, take your hand. Take one of your hands, close your eyes for a moment, and just explore your hand. The fingers, each one having a specific function, an individualized service. And yet, in order for the hand to work fully, it needs all the fingers working in concert. So think of each race of people as one of your fingers, each nation as one of your fingers, each person as one of your fingers, and like your fingers, are linked through the hand. Or as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. reminds us, caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. You see, the hand is not disconnected from the fingers, and the fingers are not separate from the hand. They are the hand. In this sense, life isn't something that happens to us. It happens as us, through us. Every religion has proclaimed that all people and all nations are one great family, and that truth is the basis for our human existence. The love, the understanding, the compassion, the forgiveness, the charity, the assisting in every way toward others. The oral traditions of Hinduism, dating back 6,000 years in their Vedic scriptures, say that the world is my family. The Native American Sioux Indian proclaim, with all things and in all things, we are relatives. The writings of Islam tell us that all creatures are of the family of God, and He is the most beloved of God, who does most good to His family. And it's really the basis of the Baha'i faith, the unity of humankind. The Kabbalah, a centuries-old aspect of Jewish mysticism, teaches about the sensation of humanity's interconnectedness as one collective soul. We are separated from that initial one-soul state only by our perception of it, or lack of perception of it. On a spiritual dimension, the I that is me includes all others. And I feel them exactly the same as I feel myself. The only difference between the you and the I is how we perceive each other. We arrive at this insight of oneness from a myriad of backgrounds and ideologies. The scientist works with her laws of physics, the musician with his chords, the mathematician with equations, the religionists with spiritual concepts. However, all are on a quest for truth, searching perhaps from different perceptions of reality, and yet, like the fingers of the hand, having separate experiences but a unified presence. We have within the key for us to recover our lost perception of the one spirit, one source, linking light to light. Armed with this awakened consciousness, this awareness of our unity with all life, with all substance, and with each other, we more fully touch the depth of our inner self, where God manifests as us. The light released in us, as us, provides more than opportunities to grow. It offers the intimacy of growing. Whether our relationships are deep, lifelong friendships or casual moments of acquaintance, it is essential that our love and caring that fill those times together be more than spoken, but demonstrated. And that our faith in action be not just what we do, but who we are. And we, my friends, are a light unto the world. God bless you.